Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Shake It Up Saturday. Yes, this is the day of the week where we look at doing something new, stepping outside our comfort zone, and just challenging ourselves. That's good. We challenge ourselves. So today we're going to try and do that with some laughter. So I want you to see what you can do today that shakes up your Saturday, but in a very fun, belly-filled laugh way. Is it that you're going to try watching a new comedy? Is it that you're going to be spending time with kids and grandkids and just being in the moment and enjoying watching them play, laughing at their antics? Maybe get the kids. One thing that us kids used to like doing was we used to like putting on plays. Would make up our own little plays and put them on for our parents. Our poor parents sat through those things and suffered through them. But it was just one of those things that we would do. We'd go out and play together. Just have lots of fun today. It's all about fun and laughter and shaking up the insides with a good belly laugh. And I was trying to think. Today's April 10th, and I was thinking, April 10th. Why? What is it about April 10th that is bugging me? So I had to go and I looked on the. There's a really cool website like On This Day in History or something like that. So I went through and had a look through there, and I was like, ooh, that's interesting. Didn't know that one. So it's really cool going through something like this. And what was the website called? It was onthisday.com. And you can go in there and read all sorts of incredible things that happen. People that were born on this day, people who died on this day, people who got married on this day, anything related to sports and politics and wars and fun things and everything else. So going back, so we're going to come in chronological order. So in 1865, on this day in 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrendered to General Grant in Wilmer McLean's home, ending 4 years of civil war. So it was on this day in 1865 that the Civil War, the American Civil War, ended. Then come forward to 1912. These are ones that stuck out of my. I mean, there's a lot of history in there, and these are ones that stuck out of my mind because it's sort of like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So 1912, the RMS Titanic set sail on her maiden voyage from Southampton, and as those of us who know our history, it was her also not only her maiden voyage but her final voyage as well, because she sank 2 days later. In 1916, and this I did not know, but on this day in 1916, the PGA, so the Professional Golf Association of America, was founded in New York City, and they also held the first professional golf tournament. And kind of have a thing with golf. Brad really enjoyed playing golf, and he got me my golf clubs and got me golf lessons and all of that. And I've never been, and I haven't picked up a golf club since I think 2007. Sorry, getting tickle in the throat. Only because it was January 2008 when he was diagnosed with cancer, and then started that journey. So that was pretty cool. 1968, and this is the one that really bugged me as to, well, that and the Titanic. So the Titanic was one of them, and then there was this other one, something about ships in April. So on April 10th, 1968, the New Zealand ferry. In New Zealand, we have the North Island, South Island. We have ferries that go backwards and forwards between the two. This one was coming from Littleton, which is just out of Christchurch, and was coming into Wellington Harbour. And the ship's name was the Wahine. The ferry's name was the Wahine, and the Wahine ended up sinking in Wellington Harbour. It ended up getting caught on the reef as it came into the harbour, and limped over by a little town called Seaturn. And I have a great aunt and uncle who used to live there. And they said, and my great aunt used to tell me the story of that day and about how her and Uncle Pam, so Auntie Jean and Uncle Pam, were sitting at, I don't know, I have yet to find out the story as to why he was called Uncle Pam when his real name was Lloyd. Figure that one out. But anyway, but my aunt and uncle, my great aunt and uncle, was sitting at their dining table looking down, watching all of this play out in front of them. Because where their house was, they had a great view of where the Wahine actually sunk. 51 people lost their lives that day, and if I remember, it is the greatest mariner disaster within New Zealand waters, if I remember correctly. But yeah, my great aunt and uncle actually sat at their dining table looking down on the scene and watching it unfold before them. Years later, I was in the Air Force and actually served with well, there's a woman in the Air Force as well who was in the same industry the same trade that I was in the Air Force, in the Royal New Zealand Air Force, who had actually been on the Wahine. So, and then funnily enough, my parents are good friends with her right now. Because when they mentioned her name, I thought, I know that name. And then they mentioned something about the Wahine, and I said, oh, did she used to be? I said, I know her. And my parents are like, how do you know her? And I said, well, we were in the Air Force together, and told this whole story. And so so my parents went and spoke to her about it, and they're like, oh yeah, oh wow. And so there's this whole connection thing. So yeah, there's some good and bad. Oh, here's annoying me this morning. So out of that has come some great, some interesting stories. I was serving with somebody who my parents are now good friends with. So it's strange. And then she says, oh, ask her if she knows this person. When my parents mentioned that person's name, I says, oh yeah. I said, she was my warrant officer when I was working in when I was working in, called it Bunny Street at the time, because that's where it was. That's where the building was. There's now a parking lot on that building. Kind of annoys me because it's a really cool building. And I said, oh yeah, she was my warrant officer I said, actually, she was my boss when I was in Bunny Street. So yeah, I definitely know her. And so, so there's been this whole communication going backwards and forwards between me and these people I used to serve with through my parents. Go figure. In 1974, so on this day in 1974, Penn and Teller met for the first time. So if you want some good comedy, go watch some videos on these guys. These guys just cracked me up. But they met for the first time in 1974 on this day. So that's just some of the stuff that happened on this day. Some of it, and all of it in some way, shook up history. It shook in some way, what happened on this day, like the signing of the surrender of the Civil War on this day, the Titanic setting sail, the PGA being formed, the Inter-Island Ferry Wahine sinking, and then Penn and Teller. All of those events shook up history in a way because of the fallout of what happened after that, what came after that. Yes, the event at the time was a shake-up of some sort, but what came out of it? Was there good stuff? Was there bad stuff? There's a little bit of both on both sides. So, what can you do to shake up your life right now, right here, today, April 10th, 2021? What can you do to shake up your life? Go out, find something funny to laugh at today, because it's humor month. April is humor month. So we're trying to bring in humor in everything and every day. And so today it's all about belly laughs. And if you haven't seen it yet, I posted a really cool meme on my Facebook page today, which was about, with your bare hands, breaking a piece of chocolate into 4 pieces and having this, and it takes about how much strength it takes to, with your bare hands, break chocolate into 4 pieces, but only eat 1 piece. And I looked at that and I thought, yeah, and I just started laughing. I thought, there are days that I would be able to do that. And there are some days it's like, hell no way. I've broken it into 4 pieces to make it last longer. But on a really, really good day, I can actually do that. So it depends on the mood. It depends on the day. And as you know, with anything, it's all about what's going on. Oh, and today I'm supposed to be trying something new. Talk about trying something new. So I'm meant to be installing these lights today on my RV to replace the ones that are broken. And there's these 2 little bare wire things here. Well, I still don't know what to do with those 2 little bare wire things. I don't know if I have to pull a fuse, but I have found out from my Fleetwood Bounders group that I will need sealant, and I think I have sealant, so I have to go check my lockers. I think I still have sealant. I don't know if it will do the job or not, but yes, I definitely need that. But I'm still don't know what to do with these 2 wires, so I'm going to be learning something new, doing something new today. If I find out that I have all the right stuff, I may need to crimp the wires together, and I don't have the crimper thing, or the little twisty things, or the little chocolate box things. So I need to find out if I need those. So I may not actually be able to do this today, but I'm going to be learning about doing it today. So that's the way that I am shaking up my Saturday. That, and Ziffy doesn't know this yet, but we're going to go for a ride in the golf cart later. Every time we come back from a walk, she starts going towards the golf cart, like, can we go? Because she sees all these other dogs riding around in the golf cart. and I've got to figure out how to keep her in the golf cart while I drive it. So that's my challenge. So we're going to give it a go today. We decided we're going to give it a go today. She just doesn't know that yet, because if I mention it too loud and she figures it out, she'll get excited. And then it's sort of like, okay, now I do have to go and do that. But anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling Shake It Up Saturday. And let us know in the comments below how you're going to be shaking up your Saturday today. I really want to cut this piece of hair right here. Oh, hang on. There it is. Headband. Instant hairdo. There we go. So much better. I hate hair in my eyes. I hate it. I hate it. So yes, so we're going to go and try. So two things we're trying today. We're going to look to see if we've got all the equipment we need to install this. We're going to figure out how to install it and figure out what other equipment I need to do that. And driving around the RV park in a golf cart with Zeffie. I've already had a couple of test drives with the golf cart, but now I need to put Zeffie in there and see if we can scoot her around. So anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling Shake It Up Saturday, and we will catch you guys later this afternoon. But let us know in the comments below what you do to shake it up, and we'll be asking you again this evening. Hek on era.